sponsors.
So the USF, the United States Silat Federation, is a nonprofit group, and we strive to preserve the art of Silat in its many different forms.
The first thing after the tryouts was we wanted to institute regular training. Now everybody is busy, none of us are full-time athletes or coaches, so we needed to establish some type of regular training. So we decided once a week on Sunday that we would have training in Maryland and in Virginia. Now, for those people who were competing in Belgium, it was mandatory for them to come every week. For those people who were not competing in Belgium, they could come twice a month. So this was really important, not only to give them the new techniques, but to also establish this team spirit, this team relationship of the rapport that we have with each other and also with the coaches. That was crucial.
Right, so he's moving. Once he moves away, I thought the trainings were crucial to the success that we had in Belgium. I think all the training that Coach Abdulmalik brought back from Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore was instrumental in getting all of the athletes prepared for the competition to give them the best chance to win, and things for us to grow on and to be able to work further towards, and kind of gave us a set structure of what was the best way of preparing the athletes for the tournament. This side will be B side. So A side, attack, B side, defend, and then get into your position. I felt like I kind of focused more on strategy, like fight strategy, whereas Abdul Malik focused more on the particulars of the exact part of the training as how we were going to be learning all the techniques that we needed, and then for me it was more about implementing the techniques in a strategic way in order to win. And then Alpha brought his expertise from his martial arts to enhance everything that we did to another level.
Bring it to the target area, there you go. Want you to walk, take another step to the target area.
First of all, I'd like to thank Abdul Malik for putting this team together and going through the process of getting everybody together and what the process will be. And so far, I'm pretty impressed. I think we were successful in that aspect. We had a schedule, we had a trial process, and everybody went through the process. And that whole schedule and that process, I thought was something, yes, there's some improvements, but I thought we're on track.
So the training, I enjoy the training, so that's more training for me on top of my training that I do on a daily basis. So I was really excited. So there's nothing really I would like to change about it. So more training for me.
I really liked the training, the consistent training that we were doing every week, going between Virginia and Maryland. I thought it was great, you know, so you don't get too stagnant in one place. And all the techniques that we went over really helped as far as competition-wise. You know, a lot of the things that we practiced, we saw out there. So it was really good, you know, learning that on your own here and then not getting surprised when you go out there.
I liked how the training was in Maryland and Virginia. I liked how we got to use the different facilities and use what each had. So for example, the Maryland branch had different punching bags than the Virginia branch, and we had we would do different exercises at each place.
Open. And one more time, go.
So I felt that the coaches really brought a lot to the table. They taught us many different things, and from practice to practice, going to the different studios helped me learn in different environments, which helped me a lot. Like in one studio we had a ring which allowed us to practice actual sparring, and in the other one we got to practice in different areas, and they had different equipment that allowed us to excel in different things. And the coaches definitely brought different aspects to us. So like one coach would specialize in the footwork aspect, where the other one would teach us the technique and the catching, and that really helped us when we got into the sparring stage in Belgium. We got to apply all of that, and each coach brought something different that helped us excel in what we needed specifically as athletes.
X. Look up. C. Say, remember what's that? Come on.
So for the Silat team, we had weekly trainings where we would all meet up and you know, work on different moves, and throughout the week we were supposed to practice those techniques and moves. I thought that the training was extremely helpful, and I learned a lot from all of the instructors, you know, Kalpa, Kai Richard, Abdul Malik. But I do think we could have had maybe, you know, another training during the week or another day of training, just because training on your own versus training with everyone else, you know, there's a big difference. And even though it helps to train on your own and to solidify techniques and stuff, having those other people around you to make sure that you're doing things correctly, I think really helps. So the trainings are really helpful, but we could have had a lot more during the week.
Then look at your other person in your peripheral. You guys are all have to be super in sync. Ready? This martial arts comes from Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Brunei, and you can see that before you go up, there's a certain set of moves that you have to do, a certain respect, and this all comes from the culture of the people. And those elements we also had to learn, and so we had to make sure that those were established in the training. They knew how to approach each other in the proper Silat way, how to move as a Silat practitioner or a Pasilat. You're going to come here, this is a catch and a push. Push. Here. This is right here in your down, shoot. You come down, boom, shoot, boom, okay? It's not right. It's not right. And it's not like this. It's up and up, yeah. Come down, and kick. This Dean TV video was made possible in part by Penny Appeal USA, Small Change, Big Difference, and by Recycle Processes Incorporated.